WOD 1. Swing your partners round and round. With a 15-minute running clock containing 3 5-minute rounds, each 5-minute round will be 2 athletes buying in with 50 synchro Russian kettlebell swings, and then the remainder of the 5-minute round being one of the athletes performing an AMRAP of 4 chin over bar pull-ups or 8 ring rows, and 8 burpee box overs. Every athlete must take their turn doing the AMRAP. WOD 1 Team Standards. Synchro Russian kettlebell swings. At the start of the 5-minute round, the kettlebells must be on the ground. 2 athletes must then grip the kettlebells and stand upright with the hips extended. The athletes then begin the lowering arc of the movement. The kettlebells must pass behind the heels at the bottom. The athletes then begin the rising arc, and the movement finishes when the arms are straight, the hands are above the shoulders, and the hips are extended. For the synchro portion of the kettlebell swings to count, both athletes must achieve the arms straight, hands above shoulders, hip extended position at the same time. Chin over bar pull-ups. Strict, kipping, or butterfly pull-ups are allowed. Pull-ups begin with the athlete in a dead hang, full arm extension, and feet not touching anything. The bottom of the chin must go above the plane of the bar before descending to full arm extension. At least one palm must be facing away from you. Ring rows. The athlete will begin with the back of their heels on the far side of the tape, furthest away from the hands, and gripping the rings. The athlete will bend their knees and lean back without the heels ever moving to the near side of the tape, maintaining a rigid body position and with the arms fully extended. Without kipping or losing the rigid body position, the athlete will pull their chest toward the rings until the hands break the plane of the chest. Burpee box over. Every burpee box over rep starts with the athlete facing the box, completing a burpee, then stepping or jumping on top of the box, and either stepping or jumping down to the opposite side of the start. The burpee box over rep is complete when both of the athlete's feet are on the ground after stepping or jumping down. The burpee. From a standing upright position, the athlete must get their chest and thighs flat to the floor. When getting flat to the floor or back up, athletes may jump both feet or step 1 foot at a time. The box over. The athlete may jump up or step up to get both feet on top of the box. Both feet must be on top of the box at the same time before jumping or stepping down on the opposite side. The athlete does not need to stand up completely while on top of the box. The dismount must be on the opposite side of the box. Kettlebell variations. Intermediates, males 53 pounds, females 35 pounds. Novice and masters, males 35 pounds, females 26 pounds. Box variations. Male intermediates 24 inches, all others 20 inches. Score 1. Combined team reps of the AMRAP. WOD 2. Sup, DT? Within a 12-minute time cap, when the clock starts and then every minute on the minute, all teammates will perform 12 synchro sit-ups. In the remainder of each minute, any 2 teammates will complete as many rounds or parts of rounds as possible of 9 barbell synchro deadlifts, 6 barbell synchro hang cleans, and 3 barbell synchro shouldered overheads, with the goal to complete 10 total rounds. Teammates can swap in anytime they want, as they want. However, when a swap occurs, both bars must start from the ground and be repositioned as necessary for the next rep to be completed. WOD 2 Team Standards. Synchro deadlift. With arms straight throughout, with hand grip any that the athlete chooses, and in a conventional stance with hands outside the legs, both athletes will lift the bar to full hip extension, finishing with the shoulders behind the bar at the top. The rep is considered to be in sync when both athletes are at this position. The bar is then lowered quickly to the floor without bouncing. Touch and go is permitted. Sumo stance is not allowed. Synchro hang clean. Athletes may begin hang cleans directly after the 9th deadlift rep without lowering the bar to the floor. From the fully upright, hips and knees extended position, athletes will bend at the hips and lower the bar to between the hips and knees. The bar must then be lifted to the front rack position, finishing with the elbows in front of the bar with the knees and hips extended. The rep is considered to be in sync when both athletes are at this position. A power hang clean, not a squat hang clean, is required. Synchro shoulder to overhead. The shoulder to overhead may begin directly after the 6th hang clean of each round without lowering the bar to the ground. From the front rack position, athletes will strict press or push press or push jerk or split jerk the bar above the head with the elbows, shoulders, hips, and knees fully extended, the bar over the middle of the body, and with the feet in line. The rep is considered to be in sync when both athletes are at this position. Resting with the bar behind the head is not allowed. Synchro sit-ups. All 3 teammates will perform synchro sit-ups. Sit-ups begin with the athletes lying on their backs, feet on the floor any distance below the buttocks. The butterfly position is fine, but the feet cannot be anchored and the hands must be touching the floor above the head. The athletes then curl up until the hands touch the toes, not the midfoot. The rep is considered to be in sync when all 3 teammates are at this position. The feet cannot leave the floor at any time during any part of the sit-up. An ab mat is allowed but not required. If used, the ab mat must be positioned at the lumbar spine. Barbell variations. Intermediates, males, 115 pounds, females, 85 pounds. Novice and Masters, males, 85 pounds, females, 55 pounds. Score 2, the time to complete 10 rounds of the triplet. WOD 3, skip the thrusters, let's row. With an 11-minute time cap, the team will work to complete a 2,000-meter row, 80 single-arm dumbbell thrusters, and either 320 double unders or 480 single unders. It's the team choice on whether to do double unders or single unders, but whatever the team chooses, that skip modality must be stuck with for the entire WOD. On 3, 2, 1, go, one teammate will begin rowing, and the other 2 will begin completing the skips and thrusters with only one teammate working at a time on the couplet. This team WOD has 2 scores. Time to complete the row, time to complete the couplet. The team decides who does what and in what order. The total work, including the row, can be split up any way the team wants. WOD 3 team standards. The row. The athlete's feet do not have to be strapped in. The damper can be whatever the athlete chooses. At the start of the WOD, don't touch the handle before the judge or MC says go. Teammates may swap in as they choose, if they choose. Double unders. The first rep of any round always begins with the rope completely on the floor and no hands touching it. This is the standard double under in which the rope passes completely under the feet twice for each jump. The rope must spin forward for the rep to count. When swapping teammates, the rope must be first out of the hands and completely on the floor before the teammate's hand touches the next implement. Single unders. The first rep of any round always begins with the rope completely on the floor and no hands touching it. This is the standard single under in which the rope passes completely under both feet once for each jump. The rope must spin forward for the rep to count. Walk skips, where the rope passes under one foot at a time, are not permitted. When swapping teammates, the rope must first be out of the hands and completely on the floor before the teammate's hand touches the next implement. Single arm dumbbell thrusters. The single arm dumbbell thruster first rep begins with the dumbbell on the ground. The athlete grips the dumbbell handle with one hand and by any method lifts the dumbbell to a front rack shoulder height. The athlete lowers their hips to below the top of the knees and then, while always maintaining grip, rises and thrusts the dumbbell to full lockout overhead with the hips, knees, and active arm fully extended and the dumbbell directly over the body midline. The athlete chooses when or whether to switch hands. There is no predefined requirement for switching hands. When swapping teammates, the dumbbell must first be out of the hand and settled completely on the floor before the teammate's hand touches the next implement. Dumbbell variations. Intermediates. Males, 50 pounds. Females, 35 pounds. Novice and Masters. Males, 35 pounds. Females, 20 pounds. Score 3, time to complete the row. Score 4, time to complete the couplet. WOD 4, total BS. With a 4-minute time cap, the team, working one at a time, will perform as many back squats as possible at the predefined weight. Teammates can swap in anytime as they want. WOD 4 team standards. The back squat. The first rep begins with the athlete gripping the bar with both hands The barbell behind the neck on the upper back, then unracking it and standing fully upright with the knees and hips extended. Each rep requires the hips go below the top of the knees at the bottom, and at the top, where the rep finishes, the knees and hips must reach full extension. The bar must be re-racked when switching teammates. Barbell variations. Intermediates, males, 135 pounds, females, 95 pounds. Novice and masters, males 95 pounds, females 65 pounds. Score 5. Total combined squats completed.
2, 1, Festivus!